going on? It's Carbzilla here, back with another episode. And for today, we have a guy that hasn't been on the show since 2019 in January. So it's a very, very long time, past a year now. He's actually not even in Hamilton anymore. He's moved all the way up to BC. You guys might know him as a good friend of mine. His name is Two Guns. I met him actually through my boy, the Witch Doctor Voodoo. And I'm super excited to chat with him because he's kind of been a little bit MIA for some portion of time. Buddy, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. It's been well, at least. Just hiding out, working on tunes nonstop. The workflow is nonstop, but the output's kind of slowed down, unfortunately. But just at least staying busy, working, trying to stay afloat. That's about it.
Right on, right on. It's been a long time since we last chatted.
Dude, the last show that you had us on was so much fun, man. That was so good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was a great time, to say the least. Like, you and Cam always play, like, the craziest wubs that I've seen. So
it's weird how, like, we can feed off each other. Like, I don't know. For us, it's, like, communicating. It's, like, talking, like, I'll pick up what he's throwing down, and it's same vice versa.
Oh, even if you just look at some of your Facebook photos that you guys have of playing together, Instagram photos, you guys just look like a natural duo together.
Yeah, at least we enjoy having the shot to play together. Always.
Yeah, for sure. So you moved out to BC. What brought you there?
To be honest, just to change up. I wanted to hide out, work on tunes, and actually like get some quality under my belt. Yep. The scene isn't as big out here, so at least that's been like hard to deal with. I mean, I've seen Space Laces and Must Die within the time of being here, and that's about it.
Wow.
And yeah, with those shows, you had about 10 people there. So, I mean, it was it was weird to say the least, but I mean, it's been really nice to just like be out in the mountains just to escape. And like, if I need to just break or whatever from making music, I'm stuck in this room like all the time. So, I mean, when you get outside and stuff, it's at least, it's nice to see those mountains and whatnot, and just, Hamilton's nice, but you know, at least the mountains were calling, I guess.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So what would you say right now you're getting your inspiration in terms of music? Because I would say probably within the last month or so, you've had a couple online streams that you're taking part in, right?
Yeah, so at least May 8th, I'm going to be playing for Electric. Oh, sorry, I'm choking on a chip here. Electric Current, they're doing at least a live stream kind of stay home fest. So, I mean, that'll be at least a lot of fun to be able to go on that. And then I did a Halloween mix for them a bit ago. So at least like trying to at least put some spicy stuff together for it.
Absolutely. And how often have you been playing since you've been out there?
To be honest, not at all. Like house parties and stuff, it was actually sick. We went to a house party here in Whistler at New Year's, and the guy who was DJing, he recognized me from where I work in Whistler, and he's like, "Man, at least if you want to DJ, feel free." I jumped on and ended up spinning for 3 hours or so. Just every time I try and give the headphones back, they're like, no, man, you got this. I'm like, whatever, man, I'll run it. It was so much fun. It wasn't my library, so it was a bunch of drum and bass, but it was still so much fun to get pumping.
And did you find that was difficult to try and mix songs that you didn't necessarily know?
No, I think that's that surprised me the most. Like, I pulled it out my yin yang. Like, and I think Cam is probably one of the biggest people that helped me with that and figuring out just run it and like see how it goes. Like when we're spinning together, the amount of times, like I know his stuff, but at the same time, he has so many heaters on the back burner he'll keep from me, knowing that I'm gonna shit my pants or like be able to at least feed off of it. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
At least in that sense, like he's taught me a lot about mixing on that like scale.
I just remember the one time when I came and I played like 10 minutes on the Halal show with him and you, and I had a couple of tracks that I wanted to drop that I downloaded, and he's like, no, you got to play off this USB here. And I was just thinking to myself, well, I don't know these like at all. I've never even heard 5 seconds of them before. And it was literally as I was mixing it in, that was my first time actually hearing the track, and it was really
It's
challenging per se. Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking because you may shit the bed.
Yeah.
Right? So at least it's pretty nerve-wracking. But yeah, it's fun when it works out. I think that's the biggest thing.
For sure. And how would you say?
Sorry, go ahead, man.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying at a party, it's at least easier to get away with it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. How would you say your production has been coming along since you moved out there?
At least I'll admit, man, I got stuck in a rut. Like for 3 months, I was reading just nonstop manuals, and I was just talking to at least my buddy back home, Brendan, and he was saying pretty much like, you just gotta get the output going. Like in terms of having the knowledge, that's great, but like if you have nothing for it, and if you at least can't apply it, then there's nothing there. So, I mean, I got stuck in a huge rut, but at least definitely getting out of it. Still working away nonstop, and like it's just having something that I'm proud of to at least. Now I'm in my head too much. It's been 1.5 years since Cam and I dropped that Alien OG. That's the last tune I put out. So like now it's in my head that I gotta have something quality, and I'm just psyching myself out every time.
And do you expect to be dropping anything within the next little while, or?
I'm at least like I keep telling myself, I promise myself, man, I'm like working my ass off, and like at least that's kind of the goal, is just get past this hump. Like just make something, and then you'll figure it out after that. This like first tune that I may get together, I may not even end up releasing. Just having something that I can at least get to the finishing product and then get in a flow again.
Yep. And are you going with another riddem style vibe, or are you going with something a little different?
I think I'm going for something a little heavier. Like I'm not sure how to put it. I would call it like heavyweight. Heavyweight riddem, I guess, dubstep, like something. I definitely want some flow in there, but more so, I think something that's just going to be big in a club, like melody wise, something that could attach to emotions wise on the intro, but still a world of hurt on the drop.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so at least a little bit of black and white with experimenting right now, and just kind of figuring everything out. There isn't, it's either really shit or fucking is something I'm really into. So like, at least that's one thing. I'm just, whatever I got, just figure it out and write.
Of course. And sometimes that's what you really need to do. Like you have to sit yourself down, try and get some inspiration, and just try and bang it out, and then maybe come back to it a couple months later just to see if you're still down with the vibe, or even with the mix style that you did, because you're always learning, right? Like music is an interesting thing.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like that my buddy Brendan mentioned as well. Like you're always learning, so stop going back and applying stuff to like shit that you can't really. Like you're already past that point. Just apply that knowledge now to going forward.
Of course. Yeah. What kind of wise words of wisdom can you be giving to our listeners at home for them bass heads?
Jeez Louise. Wash your hands. Enjoy that $2,000, because at least while I'm working, it sucks ass. And then just fucking whatever you want to do. Just if you want to make music, if you want to do something like creative or job wise, just fucking do it. At least wing it.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out on your own. I think moving out here was the biggest eye opener for me. I wasn't sure what the fuck was going to happen. And I remember coming in the first day, like just being like, what have I done? But at least like it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made, 100%. Whether or not for the music, at least for myself, 100%. And I think in the year, I haven't released anything, but been making the best like quality stuff that is the most heartfelt I've at least made.
And are you still operating under the Two Guns name?
Yeah, for now. I don't see any sort of rebranding. I think honestly it works. Like it worked better than I expected, and I'll just run it. And then with 12th Planet always said like, he's kept that name because at least having the numbers at the front, you at the top of the festival list, you're always going to be alphabetical order. So at least like you're going to be at the very top. So I mean, in that sense, I might as well keep it.
Plus, it makes it a little bit easier in terms of search functionality, right? Like you have the alphanumerical value of 2, then GUNZ. Like
yeah. At least in that, I mean, when I search it up, I keep popping up as the first kind of search that comes up. So I think I got something that's kind of caught on more than I expected, and now I'm just gonna have to run it.
Hey, there's definitely no problem with that, man. You got to do it.
Yeah, at least I mean, it has good meaning behind it. It's after the Tommy Two Guns from Goodfellas, so at least that's kind of the back route I can hold down with that.
Oh yeah. And are you still popping up the old armpit?
Oh, always, can't not. Always.
Oh, yeah. For those who are watching the video just now, Two Guns used to play, and whenever he would be playing, it was like a really heavy rhythm melody. You would just see him popping out his arm like crazy, like you think it might be dislocated or something, but it's
always can't. I think it's weird, but when when you get behind the decks, like you just kind of whatever happens there just fucking happens, like you're just like feeling it.
Of course.
At least if a tune drops that I'm ready to punch whoever within 5 feet, it's a good fucking tune. I won't punch you, but at least 100% definitely means it's a good tune.
Oh, yeah. And you definitely know how to throw them bangers together, so that's for sure. So we're super excited for your stream that you got coming up. So we'll definitely help you promote that as much as possible. Is there anything else
I appreciate that. How's the radio show been for you? I guess at least it's on pause for now.
Yeah, so with us, we're currently on pause from an FM broadcasting standard, so we're not able to go into the studio anymore. So what we've been doing is we've been giving our guests, when they're doing their mixes, access to our Facebook page, and they are able to stream through that, or they can go through our Twitch page, so it's totally up to them. Of course, we're still keeping with the host mixes as well, and we're trying to expand our social media as much as possible. In this case,
you guys have been doing well with that.
Sorry?
You guys have been doing well with that.
Oh, thank you very much. We're trying to better ourselves and connect with more people as much as possible.
So are you still, when this all blows over, will you still be based in the college there at McMaster, or are you going to end up kind of taking it elsewhere?
Yeah, so we'll see where things go. Right now, CFMU has been a great home for us, and we're definitely happy to keep working with them. But if new opportunities arise, we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, for sure. At least, I mean, it was so much fun. It was weird. It was sick to like go into that school and just like throw down bangers.
Oh yeah.
Like,
so
yeah, that's what I mean. For a radio show, like you're definitely bringing a light to. I think if anything, like if I turned on the radio and I mean, I didn't know that music, but I ended up enjoying it, I'd be fucking so stoked that like that's how I found that shit. Like,
oh
so
yeah.
At least, yeah, it's a good opportunity that you have, and you're always bringing all the different genres to light. So I mean, it's proper, man.
For sure, yeah. We're still trying to do our best in order to provide the local scene as well as up-and-coming artists from around the world an opportunity to really highlight their talent where they might not necessarily get it. So, we've worked with up-and-coming artists like yourself. We've worked with bigger name guys like Ryan Shepard, Teddy Rose, 10 Graphs, or
I was gonna say 10 Graphs. Yeah.
So it's great to be able to connect with the community and just give them an outlet and an opportunity to really highlight themselves, because if we're not going to, who's going to be there to help support them, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. At least we need people like you.
Much appreciated.
No, man, much appreciated for this opportunity, man. 100%. I was stoked when you hit me up.
Perfect. Because I personally, I want to get you back on the show as fast as possible. So whenever you come back to the Hamilton area, just let us know and we'll get you back on.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think within the next year, I'll be back. I'll be back. So at least I've had my time out here, enjoyed it, but I think it's time to get, at least right now, it doesn't matter where I am because there's no shows going on. But when shows kick back up and scene kind of figures itself out again and kind of gets back in a flow, then at least I'll probably look at coming back for sure, man.
That's awesome because, just to throw that out there, you missed the last 2 events that we threw, man.
I know, man. I did see at least that you're getting events. That is proper. That's so good.
It was a good time. Good time. We had pizza and
fuck, man. I'm missing the fuck out.
What party has pizza aside from the
Yeah, man. That is proper. At least you can't go wrong with a pizza party and wubs. Yeah, man. So at least you're still. Are you still doing Saturdays at the, like, pretty much every Saturday you're running a show?
Yep. So we're still broadcasting from an FM standpoint from 10:30 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard.
Yep.
And then as of right now, of course, with COVID and the whole isolation period, we're giving the broadcasting time option to our guests, I guess you could say. So for example, if they want to go from 9 until 11, that's fine. If they want to play 8 until midnight, like Hint did for our host mix for April, that's totally fine as well.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. It's just, again, the only downside is we don't have the ability to be broadcasting it on the FM frequency. So we got them all going streamed online, and then we also have them being featured on our Mixcloud page as well for easy access for anybody. And of course, we implemented a new program known as the Mix of the Month, where we're allowing people to go and vote for their favorite artist for that month that DJ'd on the show. And
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And we're still trying to finalize what the winners will get for each month, but we're leaning towards some sort of cool swag from Mozilla Radio.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can say the F word, but I like it. I like
it. Maybe we can even get you on for July. Even if you're still in BC, we can try and get you to do a stream for us, and you can compete with all of our bass heads because we're booked all the way to August already. And in July, it's straight bass music. So right now, it would have been myself who would have been the 4th appearance, and I would have had to do an entire dubstep set. So maybe you can feel that.
Either way, man, at least I'd be happy to, but I don't want to step on your toes, man. You at least bring some good vibes always as well.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks.
So at least, but yeah, man, if there's any opportunity that arises, 100%, man.
Okay, well, we'll definitely be in touch. Thank you so much, Two Guns, for doing this for us. If you want to quickly plug your socials and all your upcoming events, now's the time to do it.
Damn, dude, I suck with this shit. At least let me double check the SoundCloud. Holy shit, man. We got soundcloud.com/2gunsofficial. So that's the SoundCloud at least plug there. For Instagram, I'm pretty sure if you just search Two Guns Dub, it'll come up. I'm not too sure. I suck with Instagram. I have nothing to post on that shit. With Facebook too, just search Two Guns, and at least that's the winner. But yeah, man, thank you for everything. At least if I see you again soon, hopefully we're still in good health and everything with all this going on.
Oh, yes, of course. Remember to wash your hands and stay safe during this entire period. But we'll be going back to work when it'll be a normal time.
Yeah, that's it, man. Well, enjoy, man. Stay safe. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, buddy. Have a good one. Until next time.
Yeah, cheers to you. Thank you again for everything.